and happy Lunar New Year. I'm Apricot Amber. I am the founder and chief food genius at Food Literacy Center, and today we are celebrating with one of our favorite traditions that I actually learned from one of our founding volunteers, Heather Teoh. And she is Singaporean. She lives in Singapore. She was one of our original volunteers when I was starting the nonprofit, and she brought this beautiful and happy tradition to our nonprofit. We have used it every single year. I wanted Heather to be here today with me, but she's camera shy, so she did a lot of research to make sure that I can share the story, and we have done this for 9 years now. It's a way to bring good luck and wealth and prosperity to all the people who celebrate this tradition, and we use it at our nonprofit because it's just a very joyful and happy way to celebrate. So thank you for joining me, and I can't wait to share this. So the first thing we are going to do is you can go to foodliteracycenter.org/recipes and you can find the recipe for this. It's called Yu Sheng, and Yu Sheng is a tradition from Singapore and Malaysia traditionally, and it actually is traditionally made with fish, with raw fish. So we have our little fishies representing, but because we cook with children in a classroom setting, and for food safety reasons, we actually switched our recipe a little bit. And the Yu Sheng term, when said pronounced properly, actually means an abundance of wealth and long life. And noodles represent long life. So in our recipe, we've swapped out the raw fish for noodles, and we use a soba noodle, but you could use raw fish. It's very delicious either way. So you can find that recipe on our website. And we're gonna walk you through all of the steps. This is a really hands-on, fun one. So the first thing we're gonna do, you can find these red envelopes. Red is, again, for good luck and for prosperity. You can find these at Asian markets, and so we're gonna have one envelope for every person who is participating in this recipe. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some peanuts. Peanuts are a symbol of gold or silver and also eternal youth. So we're gonna start with those, and I like to use a nut chopper or a food chopper. I think that's a great way to chop nuts. You can get them into small pieces pretty easily this way. So we just wanna roughly chop our nuts, and you're gonna take those, once they're chopped, you are gonna mix them with your black sesame seeds, your Chinese 5-spice powder, and we actually put red pepper flake in ours because we at Food Literacy Center like things spicy and with a kick. However you like it, that's the way you should make it. So we're gonna just mix those together, and then we're gonna take those envelopes, and again, you're gonna divide for as many people as are gonna be making. This is gonna be sort of your spice topping, and you're gonna divide that. I'm gonna be making this with 3 people, so I'm putting all of this into 3 envelopes. And we will set those envelopes aside and use them later. And I still have extra, so I'm just gonna make sure that every envelope has some. All gonna get mixed together later, and we'll show you how. All right, so then we'll set our envelopes aside. We'll get to using those in a minute. Then I'm gonna show you how to cut a pomelo. That's the next ingredient. So the pomelo is a symbol of good luck, and this is the largest citrus that grows. And it is also originally from Malaysia, just like our recipe. So I'm going to show you how to cut this. It's real big. It has a lot of what we call pith. That's the white stuff inside. So you're going to cut, fairly about an inch in, because you've got to find the fruit in there. It's deep inside. So you can see all of that is the pith, that white part. That's not really anything you can eat. It's just a bunch of fiber. Chewy. And so you can see on all the sides, it's quite a far way in to find that fruit. So we're gonna cut, then you're gonna take your knife and sort of cut along the fruit parts. This guy is huge. It's a wonderful citrus fruit. It tastes not as tangy or bitter as a grapefruit. It's a bit sweeter, but of course not quite as sweet as, say, an orange or a tangerine. So it's a really special flavor, and it's really fun in this dish. So hopefully, for those of you who've never tried a pomelo, hopefully you'll find a new citrus that you like here today. So then we're gonna cut off the bottom. This is a very, very large fruit. All right, now we're gonna take all this, set it aside, because we don't need it. It's a lot. And then you're gonna cut this into slices. See, it's this beautiful pink color, so fun. And then you can just slice it into sections, into squares, whatever way you want to chop it. And we are going to add this to one section of our platter. And as we build the components for this salad, you want a really big, large plate like I have here, a platter, and we're gonna put, some people will actually like, it's the year of the ox, and the year of the ox, ox is about fairness and kindness, which is a wonderful thing for this year. So some people will actually decorate all of these ingredients to turn it into like, it'll look like the face of a cow. I am not that talented, so I'm still gonna plate it nicely, but I won't be able to make mine look like a cow. But if you're super creative, that's a fun thing you could do. You can look up on the internet how people are doing that, because this is really a strong tradition. So people have been making this, and you can find pictures on the internet of people that have made these into the shape of a cow or an ox for the year of the ox. So this is a really delicious, fresh, seasonal salad. You can get a lot of these ingredients at your local farmer's market, and it's super easy to make. There's a lot of chopping involved. I've actually pre-chopped a lot of my ingredients for you, but I did want to show you how to get into this pomelo, because it is such a big and interesting and possibly a new food for many of you. So we've sliced up our pomelo, a lot of fruit in this one piece of citrus. So now we are going to take all the other ingredients and we're place them around. So, and I'm going to try to put color everywhere too. That's another fun way to make this plate. So we've got tangerines. They represent happiness, which we like. So we have luck, long life, happiness. We have prosperity. This is our daikon radish, and that represents prosperity in business or promotion at work. So we're going to add that to our salad. All these things are things we are hoping to bring into our lives during the Lunar New Year that is starting now. We are on the 7th day of Lunar New Year. It is Human Day, or the birth of everyone, kind of like everyone's birthday. So happy Human Day. And then we're gonna add cucumber. Oh, it smells so good and fresh. Nice color. We also have these little enoki mushrooms. Look how cute they are. They're really tiny, and we're just gonna chop off the bottoms and set those aside, and then we'll sort of pull these apart because they sort of stick together at the bottom. It'll make it easier for us later when we are tossing this salad. So I'm gonna just pull those apart into little sections here. These are a great sort of chewy addition to the recipe. They complement the noodles and the citrus. and they're just a wonderful, fun mushroom. If you, another maybe new to you food. So we're just gonna pull those apart. All right, now we have our mushrooms. We're also going to add shredded carrot. So we've shredded all this in advance. A box grater is a great tool to use for this. So now we're gonna add our carrot. Carrot is, and I actually am gonna, carrot also is blessings of luck. And if you go to our website, foodliteracycenter.org, there is the history of the Yu Sheng salad that Heather wrote for us, and there's also a little chart that lists out the various ingredients and tells you what they mean. So, like, for example, that the noodles are long life. So, as we're adding those, we're thinking of what they're bringing into our lives. And our last ingredient is a lot of, we're adding this for flavor. We are using some pickled ginger. That's really gonna spice up this recipe. I'm gonna cut it just a little bit smaller than what it comes. Oh, the smell of that. I love, love, love the flavor and the smell of ginger. So spicy with a hint of sweetness. We're going to add our pickled ginger. And now I'm actually going to put on my mask. And I have my colleagues are here with me because I'm at work. We are essential workers at Food Literacy Center. And so I have my colleagues that are going to join me. And I'm going to show you how to make this recipe at home. So I'm going to take 2 hands and I'm going to give this packet of spices to each of our guests, and then everybody needs a set of chopsticks. Well, first we'll do this. So basically, you're going to take your envelope, and then everybody's going to sprinkle their envelope all over the salad. Now, everybody's going to take a set of chopsticks. Unwrap those. Now here's the fun part. So in this, I'm going to pull this aside so you guys can see this better. Yep. So in this tradition, you are tossing luck. And so it's actually the higher you toss, the more luck you bring. The kids love this part because sometimes some goes on the floor, and that's okay. But we are going to toss this, and we're going to say the words low, high 7 times. Low, high is tossing luck. So, everybody get your chopsticks, and we're going to toss. Low, high! 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 I think we said it more than sometimes. That's good. Even more luck, right?
Extra luck. And
then I'm just going to swirl a little bit more. You can see it got everywhere, and that's exactly how you're supposed to do it. The messier, the better. So that is our Yu Sheng salad. It will be bringing luck to us. I hope it will be bringing luck to you. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy every human day. And thank you so much for joining Food Literacy Center for this happy tradition. We'll see you next time.